What's going on, guys? HK Titan here with another Balloons video. And first things first, as always, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So in our previous video, I went through and I started a new series completing Daily Challenge and Advanced Challenge. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. Let me know what you think if you'd like to see more of that. But in today's video, we are going to be continuing along with our Chimp series and jumping into a firing range. Don't worry about all of these different maps. I know I don't have them blackboarded yet, but I already have a strategy in mind for each map. I just need to go through and get all the medals for each map in order to actually beat them. They aren't hard maps, they're actually quite easy to beat. But again, it just takes a little bit of time to go through and beat all the medals. But don't worry, I'm still going to have daily videos for you with the daily challenges that I'm going to be starting up tomorrow. And no, you're gonna get the second episode today, actually. But anyways, enough about that. I already know what I want to do. We're gonna jump into Chimps mode on firing range, and of course, if you're looking at this map from the menu, it looks extremely intimidating. You may have thought to yourself, as I've thought in the past, how am I going to beat this map on Chimps? I mean, this thing looks insane. It looks like it's unbeatable, but it's a lot easier than you think. So let's go ahead and get started. The first upgrade that we're going to want to get is we're going to want to get quick shots for our dart monkey. And the second upgrade is going to be long range darts for our dart monkey as well. Alright, there's our long range, and now we have everything we need for our dart monkey at this current stage. The next upgrade we're going to get is we're going to get twin guns for our monkey sub. Now, in these early rounds, the balloons do get close to breaking through, but don't worry about it. We're going to be able to get the correct upgrades at the right time to make sure we stop all the different balloons. Alright, so the first upgrade we're going to get is we're going to go ahead and get twin guns for our monkey sub, just in time to make sure that none of these balloons pop through. Alright, there we go. There's our twin guns. And now, as you can see, that little barrage of balloons right there would have been a little bit much for our monkey sub to take care of. But because we got the twin guns, of course, we're pushing them back and they're not getting as far as they previously had. And that's what this map is all about. They push closer to you and then you push back, and then they push closer, then you push back. It's kind of like a game of tug of war. And it's basically they're trying to break through and then you're just tugging them back, and then they're trying to break through again and you tug them right back. And that's pretty much how the map goes the entire way through. Until we get our Druid strategy going on the field. As soon as we get our Druid strategy where we want it, then it's pretty much like we just equipped it, or not equipped it, but we just cheated and we started to use a bull to tug on our side. Alright, so the first upgrade we're going to get is we're going to go ahead and get long range, and then we're going to get crow's nest. Alright, because we are going to need to pop camo balloons that are coming here in just a little bit. Now that we have that, we're going to focus on getting airburst darts. So as soon as we can afford to get the airburst darts on the field, we're going to go ahead and buy those, which we should be able to afford them here in just a little bit. Now with this strategy, it is difficult to get past these early rounds. That's why it's important to kind of get the upgrades in the order that I get them, because say if we were to get grape shot before we got airburst darts, then unfortunately the balloons would tug a little bit harder than our towers would be able to handle, and they would actually force us to lose. But because we get the upgrades in the correct order, using these towers we're actually able to handle all these different balloons. So the next upgrade we're going to get is we're actually going to skip advanced intel for now, and we're going to start getting hot shots. That way when the lead balloons come on the field, we're able to take care of them. Because again, if we get triple guns prior to getting hot shots, then we're not going to have enough money to get hot shots before the lead balloons come. And it's all about like knowing what rounds, what balloons come out. and knowing that, hey, I need to pop all these lead balloons by this round, and if I don't have lead popping ability by this round, then we're going to lose. Again, it's like a big game of tug of war. Alright, the next upgrade we're going to get is we're going to get triple guns, and then we're going to get Oben on the field. I know we're getting him on the field a little bit late, but if we didn't upgrade our towers and place these towers in the order that we placed them, then unfortunately we would have lost already. And believe me, I know we would have lost because it took me a while to figure out the correct timing and the correct placement of all of these towers in order to make sure that we're able to pop all these different balloons. Alright, now we can get our Oben. So when you're placing your Oben, you want to make sure you place him right here next to the sign. Make it so he almost lines up with the barbed wire right here. And if you guys didn't know, you can actually grab the red, or the little red circle that surrounds him when you place him on top of like barbed wire here. You can actually grab that so you can get that fine-tuned placement, which is extremely important to get that fine-tuned placement, because if we mess up our placement of our Oben or we mess up the placement of our Druids, then we're not going to get the most effective setup that we can have. And you guys will see that in just a second as soon as I get the last upgrade we need for our monkey sub, which is armor piercing darts. That way we have enough popping power to actually take care of the Moab that comes on round 40. And if you guys have made it to this point, we're almost at the home stretch. We're almost able to guarantee a victory. Now I do say guarantee, but of course nothing is a guarantee. I don't want you guys to get frustrated if by chance you mess up at some point, or a balloon that magically makes it through, because this is Chimps mode. It is designed to be the hardest mode. Do not get frustrated. That's probably the worst thing that you can do while you're trying to play these modes, because then you start getting fixated on doing one thing, and then the solution to the problem that you're looking at could be right in front of your face. Alright, now that we're sitting right about here, we're actually going to slow it down just a little bit at this point. We don't want to go fast because now we're going to start placing our Druids. So when you're placing your Druids, make sure you place them on the barbed wire first. That way you can get this fine-tuned placement, because you want to make him as far up and as far to the left as he can go. So right there is perfect placement for our Druid. Now time for the second one. Again, we're just making sure we're taking our time. We don't want to rush this placement, because if we rush it, then everything's going to turn out south and we're not going to get the placement that we need. Alright, now we're going to continue this process for all 6 of our Druids. Because again, we want all 6 of our Druids to get the Oben buff, and we want all 6 of our Druids to get the 5x buff from the other Druids. And because we are playing in slow mode, we really don't need to worry about any of these balloons. Our monkey sub is going to be able to take care of all of them. Alright, this is as far left and as far up as he can go. Perfect placement. Now time for our last Druid. Let's go ahead and place him down right here. Excellent. Go. And then time to move on to our last Druid. We're going to go ahead and place him right. Again, we want to make sure we get this placement perfect. So we're going to take our time when we're placing these Druids. And our monkey sub is going to be able to take care of all the different towers that come our way, so there's no reason to worry about them. We also want to make sure that we get this monkey village placement right in the center of all of our Druids. We're going to grab one more monkey village and place it right next to it. We can't put it up here because we're going to place the alchemist right there, and we want to keep that in mind. Otherwise, I would have placed it there. Next upgrade we're going to get is we're going to get monkey commerce and bigger range, so that way we get cheaper prices. Unfortunately, we do not get this top druid the discounted prices, but that's alright because we got the rest of them the discounted with our monkey village. Alright, let's go ahead and get the initial upgrades that we need. Again, don't worry too much. our monkey sub can take care of all these different towers at this current stage in the game. Now that we have all the druids placed, we have our towers placed, we are setting perfect. Now time to start getting our druids upgraded as well. So the first upgrade we're going to get is we're going to get our first Druid of Wrath with Heart of Thunder. And we're going to do primarily Heart of Thunder upgrades on our druids to make sure that we can take care of all these different balloons, especially since the Heart of Thunder druid can hit balloons throughout the entire map, as you'll be able to see. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and get him up to a Populus first. We're going to upgrade one druid at a time, all the way up to Populus and all the way up to Heart of Thunder. Now normally we'll go ahead and upgrade them all at the same time, but in this case we need to upgrade them individually one at a time. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and grab Heart of Thunder. The first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that all of our towers, except for these front twos are not going to have Heart of Thunder, they're going to have Thorn Swarm. Alright, so don't upgrade those to a Heart of Thunder, because if we do that, then we're not going to have enough Moab popping power for future rounds. Alright. We are doing swell so far. Time to go ahead and get another Heart of Thunder on the field and go ahead and work on getting our next Pop Lust. Here we go, and then we're about to get our fourth one going here in just 1 second. Now you can really see like the balance of power switching towards our side opposed to their side. And if you've been paying attention to the balloons throughout the round, you can see it's been like a giant game of tug of war. Like, they'll make it all the way down to the bottom row, and then we'll get another Pop List on, and then bam, they're back to the second row, and then it's just been a struggle the entire game. Now that we're starting to get our actual tower and our actual formation on the field, it's getting a lot easier. And our Oben should be hitting level 10 here in just a second. Just in time to get his tree, which when we get his tree, we're going to go ahead and place it down. That way we know we can handle any sort of like massive swarms of balloons that come our way. Alright. And now that we have our first Thorn Swarm out on the field, we're able to deal with Moab balloons a lot easier. So you can see they're starting to push us back a little bit more, but now that we got a fifth Pop List on the field, the balance of power is coming back towards our side. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and get one more, and then we'll have our 5x buff on our druids. And this will be, and our strategy for this map is almost fully in place. Alright, there is our sixth one, and now we have one more tower, or two more towers that we need to place down for this to work. First is going to be an alchemist. If we can get the placement that we want, right there, perfect. And of course we're going to need a mortar monkey as well. Go. Now we're going to go ahead and get stronger stimulant on our alchemist here. And then we're going to start upgrading our mortar monkey as well. And this mortar monkey is going to make all the difference, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a little bit. Alright. Here's our stronger stimulant, and then we're going to go ahead and get Bernie stuff on our mortar monkey. And then start going the center route. We're also going to place down our tree, just as a backup to make sure that no balloons manage to slip through. I'm fairly certain if everything goes correctly as planned, this tree stays up for the rest of the game. There we go. Now we're going to save up and get artillery barrage. And once we get the artillery barrage, then we will be set. We don't need to worry about any balloons making it through. It's just about clearing out all of that spam, and that's what Artillery Barrage with burning stuff is really good at doing, especially when he's backed with 4 Pop Lusts that have the Heart of Thunder. Right. Now again, I want you to pay attention to this tree, because if everything goes as planned, that tree is going to stay up the entire game. Right. There we go. Now we have our tier 4 Mortar Monkey. We have all of our Druids up on the field. We have our tier 4 Alchemist. We're not going to get Monkey Intelligence Bureau just yet. We're actually going to save that. We are going to get Jungle Drums though. Alright. So now I just want to take this time, if you guys have made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you for watching. The support that you guys are giving is awesome. The feedback that I've gotten so far has been insane. And you guys are absolutely killing it. To think that I've only been doing this for a month and I already have like almost 85 hours worth of people watching my videos. I think I've had a grand total of like 205 different people view my videos and somewhere around 500 views so far. I know I started off a little rough with all the different, with the thumbnails not being up to par. My mic was really quiet in my earlier videos, but of course I'm trying to improve my content daily. The next thing that I'm working on improving is my commentary. Of course it's going to take a while, because trying to commentate to yourself, you're basically talking to yourself. You're not talking to an individual person that you can actually see their reactions and gauge what your next response or your next topic should be. So basically it's like playing it by ear. So by you leaving comments, by you guys leaving feedback, I'm able to actually predict what you guys are more into discussing and stuff like that, and over time it'll get better and better. I'm constantly working on it. I'm working on getting better at my commentary, because I know that's probably my weakest point right now. And then of course when we start switching over to different games and we start doing more co-op modes and stuff like that, I'm gonna work on editing, and hopefully the editing on the video goes extremely well. I'm currently working on trying to learn how to edit videos properly, because I don't want to give you guys a video that I spent an hour on and the editing just is terrible. The only reason why I haven't started to edit videos for this particular mode yet is because I want you guys to see the process the entire way through. And if you guys watched my previous video, I went ahead and I started to insert timestamps so you guys can like fast forward to different rounds if you guys don't want to watch the entire thing. Like right now the only thing we're doing is we're waiting to get enough money to actually get our Avatar of Wrath on the field, so it's kind of boring. You're just sitting here listening to me talk and discuss my plans for future videos. And the only reason why these videos are so long, I think the average length of these videos is anywhere between 20 minutes to a half an hour, which is kind of long. Some people like the longer videos, some people only like videos that are 10 minutes long. So that's why I'm kind of meeting you guys in the middle, hopefully. And by inserting these timestamps, hopefully you guys have a little bit more reference to what you want in that video is. Like if you guys just want to watch the last 10 rounds to see what my final setup was, then you guys can do that. And if you guys actually want to watch the video all the way through, then you guys can do that as well. But anyways, we're starting to get close to round 81, and that's when we're going to see a drastic increase in the amount of money that we're actually going to be receiving. But again, we aren't going to be able to afford our Avatar of Wrath until I want to say round like 83 or 84. I didn't memorize what round I got my Avatar of Wrath on in my previous run-throughs. I just know this strategy works, and we do get our Avatar of Wrath here relatively shortly. So there's no worries, we're going to be able to afford him. And we're going to be able to pop this OMG, no problem. You can say bye-bye to him. He's not going to be on the screen for very much longer. And again, if you're paying attention to this tree, it's still here. We haven't lost it yet. So hopefully I'm not feeding you guys a little bit of shenanigans here. And hopefully this round goes exactly like my previous rounds did. And this tree stays up the entire time. Again, I go through and I test all of these strategies multiple times to make sure they work. And the biggest thing I can say for you guys is make sure you follow the very beginning setup in the exact order that I do it, because that's the only way I've gotten it to work. Like if I upgrade this dart monkey to enhanced eyesight and very quick shots, this strategy does not work because I'm not going to have enough money to upgrade the monkey sub to the airburst darts by the round that I need it. And then if I get advanced intel, I won't be able to afford hot shots on my monkey buccaneer by the time we need it. If I get Oben on the field too soon, unfortunately Oben is not enough popping power to take care of all the balloons. But using the strategy that I gave you guys the first time, if you guys need to play the first few rounds slow, feel free to do so. You guys don't need to play it in high speed like I do. The only reason I play it in high speed is to make the video one, shorter, and to make sure that you guys don't need to sit here for 45 minutes to an hour watching this entire video. The only thing that, if you guys do want to play in fast mode, make sure you slow it down when you're placing down all of these towers in the initial first few rounds. That's the only thing I do have to say. Because if you mess up the placement of these towers, unfortunately you cannot sell any of them. And unfortunately your round could be ruined because you don't get like your Avatar of Wrath to get the Alchemist buff, or you don't get your towers to have Monkey Intelligence Bureau in these late game rounds. So make sure you take it slow, you make sure you get your correct placement. Even on mobile, the strategy that I showed you with placing a tower on top of something that it can't be placed on and grabbing this little red part, you really get fine placement to make sure that you get as good a placement that you possibly can get. So again, it's about just taking your time to make sure that you guys are able to make it to late game in this game type. And again, we're going to place down a few more towers. We're going to place down 2 more artillery barrages just to make sure that we get that the Moabs and the DDTs stay on fire the entire time they're on the screen. Alright. And then we have one more mortar monkey to place. And we're going to put our mortar monkey targeted at these intersections right here. We don't need to place them anywhere else. We don't need to constantly set target and change where it's shooting because we have everything covered from the left side of the field to the right side. And again guys, once we get this last mortar monkey up to artillery barrage, we've officially won the game of tug of war that we've been playing with all these different balloons and all the Moabs. There we go. And now that we have this on the field, let's just go ahead and add another Alchemist, because of course the Alchemist is such a great tower to have. He buffs all the towers that are in its range. So if you guys just want to place more towers, the Alchemist is a great tower to place. You can never have too many Alchemists on the field. Actually, I take that back. You can have too many. And that's if you are in the early rounds when you need to have different towers placed down to actually pop the balloon. Alright, and then the last tower we're going to go ahead and place down a Monkey Ace. And this is just going to seal the deal. No more worries. We're going to go ahead and go Spectre, get Rapid Fire. And at round, I think 98, 99, we're going to be able to upgrade this to the Spectre. Actually, almost forgot about this tower, but this is the exact final strategy that we use to beat this mode. Is 6 druids, 2 alchemists, 2 monkey villages, 3 mortar monkeys, 1 monkey sub, 1 monkey buccaneer, 1 monkey tower, and of course we have the specter here at the very end. And again, if you're paying attention, our tree is still there. Nothing has even gotten close to it. Like I was saying, our game of tug of war is pretty much over. The last tower we're going to go ahead and get this specter. Right. And right at the start of this round, we're going to be able to buy him. There's our specter. And we're done. Tree's still there. We're on the Moab. No big deal. We're going to be able to pop the... Well, we're on the bad balloon. We're going to be able to pop the bad balloon before it even gets done with the first little circle here. There we go. And that is how you beat firing range on Chimps difficulty. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found this video helpful. If you guys have suggestions for future videos, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm still working on Haunted to work out the perfect strategy that works, because I don't want to give you guys a strategy that's just going to work one time through if you are extremely lucky in the placement of certain things, or if you're extremely lucky with Oben's tree. Unfortunately, I don't have a strategy that quite works yet. I have a couple that'll get you guys to around 99, 98, 92, but unfortunately nothing that'll actually beat the game. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to leave a like. Please feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.